This is just going to be a short video on the square root of 2 and half the square root of 2. And the first thing anyone would like to note is that half the square root of 2 is the same thing as the reciprocal of the square root of 2. And that is very easy to demonstrate, because if you change 2 to the square root of 4 and 1 to its own square root, you can show that they're both equal to the square root of a half, and if they're both equal to the square root of a half, they must both be equal to each other. Another thing to note is that on a right triangle, if two sides are 1, then the next side must be the square root of 2. But the line going from the point intersecting it at a perpendicular line, this line must be half the square root of 2. That's very easy to show because this is a right triangle in itself, an isosceles one, and this must be the same lengths. And this one is half the square root of 2 since this is divided in half. And another thing to note is that when you put them in decimal notation, the square root of 2 is 1.4142, and half the square root of 2 is 0.7071. And that's actually easy to understand simply because one is half as big as the other, so you can easily take the digits down by 1/2, because 7 is half of 14, and again, although it doesn't always work out because of that borrowing rule.